Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Leenda, and this is for the record, Your Honor. So I cover true crime, pop culture,
Spill the tea.
the collapse of the rich and famous, as well as the corruption in Hollywood and the industries, as well as Supercross, because I love the sport. So let's get into main event Monday, Anaheim 1 review, episode 1. Wow. The boys put on quite a show for the season opener of 2025 Supercross series. And I don't think I'm alone when I say it's about damn time. It felt like forever during the break between last year's season and now. Right off the bat, many were bummed out with the news that Levi Kitchen was out for the 250 West Coast, as he was extremely ill and not able to attempt even qualifying. This shocked fans, as no one was expecting that, nor did they have that on their bingo card. Everyone is pretty much hyped up because we've seen the build-up to this opener, with the talk and all the tension between the two. Either way, the show must go on. As expected, all the talk and focus was aimed on Deegan, regardless of Kitchen's withdrawal from the West region. It was clear that many favored Hayden to win the races of the night in his class. And let's be honest, with Levi out, we all really figured it was going to be in the bag. During the 250 qualifying, Julian Boehmer was named fastest qualifier and pretty much woke everyone up to notice his potential. Both Deegan and Julian finished first for the heat races, and everything seemed to be going somewhat according to plan. The main event took place. When the gate dropped, everything changed. Joe Shimoda was out front with Julian up close, but Deegan, where was he? He got jumbled up and went down at the second turn of the track, losing his visor, but got back up and continued on. In a race with time and needed to up his position, he started to climb. Shimoda held his spot up front, leading everyone tightly. Julian seemed like he was going to attempt to steal a few times, but it didn't pan out, giving Joe the go for Joe time and lead into a main event win. It's about damn time, my friend. I'll leave it as that. Congratulations, Joe Shimoda. The final podium spots were battling out between Jordan Smith, who now rides for Triumph, and Ryder DiFrancesco. Jordan did make history as he is officially the first winner and podium ever for Triumph's brand and team. Deegan's night was not completely ruined, as he did earn his way up to top 5 from the back of the pack, which is always impressive when a rider can have a crash or a setback, yet charges their way through the masses to the front. The 250 main event results and overall standing for 2025 so far is as follows. Joe Shimoda for Honda in first place, Julian Boehmer for KTM in second, Jordan Smith with Triumph in third, Ryder DiFrancesco with Gas in fourth, and Hayden Deegan closing in the top 5 with Yamaha. Now going into the 450 class, we had seen some twists in the events and reactions that were not what we thought we'd hear or play out. Jet Lawrence, the red number 1 plate champ, was not only booed during a dim season opening ceremony ride-through, his bike photo op station was completely a flop. No one wanted to even be near it or line up, allegedly. And same with Hunter. It was said his run-through and waving to the crowd was faced with eerie silence, with a few boos heard in the distance. What happened? Maybe Jet needs to bring back Jets and Donuts. At least at that time, he was likable, relatable, and he kind of showed good sense of humor that he would share with his fans. If that wasn't bad enough, during the race, Jet got tangled up with no other than his favorite person on the track, Jason Anderson, which has not been a good thing in the past. Do we really need to see that drama get brought back into life? Well, while that was going on, up front, Jorge Prado, lime green and sweet pink, that's my jam. But sadly, it was short-lived, as Eli Tomac caused the crowd to roar at every turn as he took away the steal and the lead from Prado. but only to crash out and be ran over. Yes, ran over by Chase Saxton. Finishing in second place was Mr. German Chocolate, Kickstart Kenny, Ken Roczen. When he passed Anderson, the audience screamed and cheered as Kenny has a strong fan base. There were times I thought Roczen was going to make the move and try to take first position from Chase, but Saxton actually held it firmly. Last on the podium was Jason Anderson, who clearly could have took Ken's spot, but didn't, and he kind of went soft and let Ken cross over that finish line first. Was that out of respect, or because he was having some issues and broken spokes in the result from his bump and getting all squirrely with Jetson beforehand? Cooper Webb impressed fans in fourth, and behind him was Eli Tomac. Just like Hayden Deegan, Eli worked his way up from the back and showed dedication and strength. Much respect. Jorge Prado was another main focus of the night, and his debut with Kawasaki was heavily anticipated. He did well overall, but had a rough crash in the whoops while in 8th place. But he was keeping it in the top 10 grouping, so that's a plus. Another crash that would be notably mentioned was Malcolm Stewart, who was seen thrown over the bars and air tossed to the side away from his bike in one of those heat races. He wasn't able to finish in good standing, and if he was to want to be in the main, he obviously would have to race the LCQ and be in the top 4, which he did, and he finished in 10th place in the main event. But what happened with Jet, may you ask? He not only had a moment where he was in trouble with Jason, but he also went down in a sand section after colliding with Joey Savacci. When he got back up, he didn't seem really eager to get back in. He kind of took his time and waited to get back in. I guess he already tossed the chance in his head out? I don't know. He completed in 12th, which was the worst 450 finish he's ever had. And if you missed it, Dylan Ferrandis, well, he had some issues during the heat race and went off the track, and then again ran into problems when he crashed in the LCQ with Brees, which ended in the result of DNQ. Did not qualify. That sucks, man. 450 main event and current standings are as follows. In first place, Chase Saxton of KTM, Ken Roczen of Suzuki, Jason Anderson of Kawasaki, Cooper Webb, and Eli Tomac of Yamaha. Should Jet fans be worried? Has he lost all interest in the sport? Is something else going on off the track? Do you know anything that I'm missing? Tell me in the comments down below. I will see you in a new video real soon. And Supercross Saturday. I'm Leenda, and that's for the record, Your Honor.